Welcome back, guys, to Horizon Zero Dawn, where last episode, after reaching an embrace destroyed by the forces of Hades, we approached Mother's Heart to find the Nord trapped within the mountain, starting a battle against the Eclipse in their Thunderjaw as the Braves sallied forth and we stopped the threat. Aloy then used the Alpha Registry to gain access through the door she came from to enter the bunker within, finding one of Lufia's crashes that we continued to explore.
Someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours.
Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
We forgot to program in the terrible 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, and 16s by the look of it.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
At least that one sounds a bit more fun. The kindergarten. Multiple system failures, nutrient stores depleted. You'll see a lot of that, I'm sure.
I have no choice but to release you.
Where are they living?
Why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food
Broken.
out there.
Turn it on.
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
Interestingly, the first generation must have been more intelligent than the generations that came afterwards because of probably what they were taught. But super emotionally stunted and immature by the looks of things at this point because of the way they were raised, which wasn't exactly what you considered normal.
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then.
Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
Ah, so they were stuck in like the toddler area. They never got to move on to the later areas. Oh, okay, that explains a lot more, doesn't it? Yeah, that would drive you mad. And by the way, they broke community rules. I think we can guess what went on there. They were having to figure stuff out that they weren't taught by the looks of things. That's a thing and a half. I don't know if I've missed a log or something because there was one space. But I'm pretty sure we were thorough enough that it might just be a later log because that's how it works out sometimes. So they could see this down there, which looks distinctly like the learning area, but they weren't allowed in there? They just got stuck here.
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
See, that was me thinking they would be more intelligent, but really they actually got completely stuffed. They were stuck here and then had to leave with a mind of education that was only just a little bit above. There's some people over there or something.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
So they were stuck in this area with the preschool stuff for, 13 years. That's essentially, truly, a prison population. Yikes. It's a prison sentence.
So, what was this place exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
But why not?
Yes, that's for us to find out right now.
Welcome, students. Please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
Don't be bitter about it.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
Does anyone else find it kind of disgusting that through it all, Pharaoh got to keep their names on everything that went on in the future? Like, that's their branding that no one would understand, but they kept it there? Like, they get to put their mark on it? Like, they were some helpful entity, despite the fact that they did everything that caused everything to... It's kind of disgusting, but it really does feel like what a corporation would do, right?
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
So none of these work, and we will get the same result no matter where we go.
Hello, child.
These are all focuses we're scanning, right?
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
I'm supposed to go up there. Same thing again, isn't it?
Hello, child.
Yep.
My name is Samina.
Scan it on an off
Today
chance,
is a big
but...
day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Control priority message for Dr. Sobek.
Oh?
Scan message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Which one? It's the operations log. That was the missing one. So, at 2326, E9 inhabitants released, cross-check completed, sealed, data archived, operation suspended. That's 2326. G Prime order received, E9 runtime commenced. G Prime store query process, gestation order received, so they started babying up. G Prime offline, E9 nutrients depleted. Zygote banks depleted. Waking multi-server to B123. They had a power malfunction. Just everything went wrong by the look of it. G Prime's still offline. So a hatch was unsealed in 3021. Hatch was resealed. Then operations were suspended. No answers, just questions. Now answers.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. Ironic, Elizabeth, this is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
You kind of get what Silas is saying. It's actually kind of spot on. It's like, no, you actually had two mums. a machine, and a woman. And then it's just like, oh no, how bad? You are literally, like, the chosen one. Oh no. I mean, bit mean for that to be thrust upon you and all, and it's a lot to take in. But it's kind of right. It's not often you get to be a special existence and all that. What's that noise? Well, we've checked out the heart of the Nora. Checked out the facility of Gaia Prime. We know what's going on.
Identiscan malfunction rectified.
Oh, thank you.
The Luthien line. Through 1 access unsealed.
Cheers. And now we have to meet Sullins somewhere else, which might be the place we were intruding upon before. I didn't see any, like... Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, I think I'll drop to the ledge, thanks. Is there anything actually down here? Apart from my legs being broken? You don't want to jump that? Okay. Do you want to jump this way? No? Okay. Do you want to jump straight across to that? No? Well, bon voyage. I'm so glad that stayed up. Why am I what? Okay, twirl whichever way you like, Aloy. Stay away further up. Seemingly not. Lifts.
This is going to be interesting.
Seem to have been a major casualty of most of this going down. Self-destruct. All the subordinate functions becoming their own ordinate function. And now I'm worshipped. What a day.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive. The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
She walks among us, anointed by All-Mother herself.
You can kind of understand why it goes that way, though.
But it will be cleansed.
Considering understandings that's going on here. So the mountain that fell is our next main quest. Where is that? Hey, look, it's that place that I went to before. Who'd have guessed?
She's here on behalf of the goddess.
Just maybe a little bit too early, right?
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Rost's was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So, Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, dear sir, that's quite a story. It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
What did you see inside the mountain?
Probably the closest thing to family.
You aren't meant to know.
Left now anyway.
Tribespeople thought us broken, but now we
My
will show them
life
that we
has been long, but I've never seen anything like that. Tirsa was right.
A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure.
Have you
Thankfully,
seen
you
the
were.
in action?
You at least fell on our side. My side. Otherwise, that'd have been done.
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive!
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
I nearly lost hope before the
I'm
anointed
sorry
saved
I
us.
didn't see you correctly.
You still don't. I don't think you can, Lansra.
Forgive me.
Off your knees, Lansra. Start living on your feet with your eyes open.
Tirsa did what she could by the laws of the land.
I will lead a war party to Meridian. You have my word. Just as All Mother struck down the metal.
Everyone's ready to go out then.
Aloy. I don't know what to say.
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right.
Technically the truth. It's just got the previous stuff as well.
I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
There's one thing this world needs. It's definitely education at this point. So if Aloy gets the time to spread her knowledge to some other people, so it's not lost in the case of her own death, that would be a big win. Yeah, what do you think about me now?
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
It's like, wow, can you like try middle ground maybe?
Aloy, did you go inside the mountain?
You saw what happened.
Actually, can't see so well down here on the ground.
She's see inside the...
I always knew you were special. But this...
Don't start calling me the Anointed or anything like that, Teb, okay?
I heard what you said, Aloy. But I still get to make my own opinions.
And Teb comes back with, again, another correct phrase. If anyone saw that, of course they'd think of it that way. And she is literally sorting things out in a way that no one else can.
She walks among us.
Being valued just makes sense. Cannot deny.
Tribespeople call out for justice. The killers will answer with blood.
The killers will answer, yes. Well, there goes my settlement and all that. Yeah. So where to next? Well, it's kind of obvious. We still haven't read the vantage point things yet. Shall I check in with Rost, though, first? Before we move on? Should probably use this antidote potion then on this tooltip here.